The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good morning from Rupp Arena at Central Bank Center in downtown Lexington. It's a Sweet 16. Girls Sweet 16, Assumption Douglas in a quarterfinal matchup. I'm Chris LeVar. To my right, former Mercy head coach Mark Evans and current KHSAA Hall of Famer. And Mark, this should be a very interesting game. A lot of athleticism on the floor.
Yeah, Chris, I believe that of the teams that are in this tournament this year, they're two of the three most athletic teams are playing right in front of us right now in this quarterfinal matchup. Both teams love to run, loves to push the ball up and down the floor, and so I think we're going to see an up and down game without a doubt.
Assumption is 25-5, and they looked really impressive versus Callaway County on Wednesday, winning that game 72-35.
Yeah, I was most impressed by the way that they hit the floor from the get-go. They were calm, they were poised, they were very, very confident looking, and that really stood out because they were like seasoned veterans, and they have not been here. These kids have never been on the floor before, and to come out that way said a whole lot about this Assumption team.
51% shooting in that game. Ashlyn James led all Rockets with 22 points. Frederick Douglass also looked good in their win versus Henderson County, 44-23. In opposing defense, 17% shooting.
Well, I was just really, year in, year out, Henderson is here. So they've been here and done that. Frederick Douglass was here last year, but I was really, really impressed with the length of Frederick Douglass and how they pushed the three-point shooting of Henderson way off their marks, completely dictated the game by their defense, and they'll need to play that same type of defense tonight.
Frederick Douglass out of the 11th region. They're 25-7, as Mark mentioned. Their second straight year here at the Sweet 16, advancing last year to the semifinals, and they have quite a 1-2 punch. Jaylee Knowles, Tamia Wade.
Yeah, I really like Knowles, and I really like Bennett, but the one to watch also that I think's got a really, really bright future is Wade. Wade, she's a freshman, and she makes it happen also. They have three kids in double digits, and then a supporting cast behind them. So I look for some decent depth because Assumption has depth also.
This is the first of 4 quarterfinals today. Up next, it'll be Notre Dame and Taylor County. The two winners in the first two games today will converge for a berth in the championship game, and the semifinal between those two will be 11 a.m. tomorrow. Assumption is coached by Karen Kovac. She is in her 3rd season, and she'll join our Mark Evans for a pregame conversation. Just getting started from Lexington, it's Assumption and Douglas, and you're listening to this exclusively on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Yes, Mark Evans with Glycod. I had the pleasure of talking to Coach Kovach of the Assumption Rockets, and I tell you what, it was I had the opportunity to call your first game the other day, and I was amazed, Coach, at just the way your kids came out to play. You know, they haven't been here before, and usually the moment is so big, but they made the moment their playground.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, or what is your magic?
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. They were made for this moment. We confidence, I believe, comes from preparation and tasting success, and they've done that this year. We talk about the schedule that we had. It was a heavy schedule all year, and again, you got to prepare as best you can for something like this. You can't mimic it completely, but they were ready, and they had fun together. And we have a lot of leadership on the team. We've got those 5 seniors, and the team was led by them.
Right. This Frederick Douglass team, I've seen them play a couple times. I know you all played them early December, and I know it wasn't even close. I believe they're very, very athletic, but so are you. What are you looking for today from your young players?
Yeah, Frederick Douglass is a great program. We saw them earlier in the year. Love going up against them because you're right, they love to run. They're aggressive. Their coach always has them ready to go, so they make you better. Knowles is a special player, so she's tough to guard. She's relentless on the boards. We've got to win the boards today.
Yeah, I think I really like the way your guards go to the board. Your entire team goes to the board as well. Your guards in particular, they really get there. You get a lot of second shots, and that's important, I think, for your team. What about this draw? What's your thoughts about drawing that beginning, that Wednesday morning, and then having the day off and then playing today? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I respect rest, and when we play as hard as we do, we need to honor that. So I was fine with it. It gave us a day to, again, prepare and get some shots up, but also rest, knowing that we've got 3 more tough games, and they will be all back-to-back.
Well, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay.
I think it's important to have a passion, because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done, because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Girls Sweet 16 live on Glycod. Time now for the starting lineups presented by Apex Driving School. We're learning to drive. Feels like family. Usual quintet for the Rockets: Ashlyn James, Saray Palmer, Ava Moore, Jada Allen, and Layla Powell. James, 15 points per game. Saray Palmer, 13 a night, both of whom earned all 7th region honors. Starting 5 for Frederick Douglass. M.K. Bennett having a phenomenal season as a senior. She has gotten better and better throughout her career. She's up to 10 points a night. She'll join Tamia Wade and Jaylee Knowles, 2 other double-figure scorers. Then you've got Peyton Okerley, a blossoming junior, and steady senior Reagan Gregonis. Mark, let's talk about the game plan for each team presented by Elite Building Products.
As far as the game plan or the inside looks, Chris? Inside looks?
They're one and the same. But what's most important today, first for Assumption?
Yeah, I think so for Assumption, just to continue to play the smothering defense they played without fouling. You know, the one thing you don't want to do with the five foul rule is you don't want to get fouls early. The other thing is continue to push the pace with your offense and your defense. I think that's going to be important. For Frederick Douglass, I really think that they have to have great transition defense, because that's one thing that both teams run the court really, really well, but Assumption finishes extremely well. So I think you have to keep them off those blocks and those easy layups. And then, of course, Frederick Douglass has to take care of the basketball. Just limit those turnovers, and it should be a heck of a game.
Today's officials, great coup for these guys and gals to be officiating at the Sweet 16 today. It's Matt Bell, Adam Reiner, and Steve Viola. The series controlled thus far by Assumption. 4 prior meetings, all Rocket wins, including December 9th, 67-35. And you heard Coach C for Assumption reference that meeting, but she's very complimentary as well about Douglass.
Yeah, they have a great program. Coach Moberly's done a fantastic job. I really like watching his kids play last year. They play hard. They play with a lot of heart. He's very organized, but he plays fast, and I really enjoy that style. You can tell he's got a great rapport with his players, too.
The winner will take on the winner of quarterfinal number 2 between Notre Dame and Taylor County. That game between the winners tomorrow at 11 a.m. Assumption wearing road purple uniforms with Sisterhood on the back, with black numerals, black trim. Frederick Douglass, the home team, home white, red, and green trim. And we are underway as Frederick Douglass begins with possession.
Assumption just remains in their quality man-to-man defense. They overplay a ton, and that's what makes them so tough, to be able to overplay and still get help.
Tamia Wade near sideline for Frederick Douglass. Up top, Jaylee Knowles as Knowles spins in, and it's stolen away just like that. Ava Moore out with it for Assumption.
As we spoke, turnovers are going to be big. Now, this Assumption team scores a lot off of the turnovers. So does Frederick Douglass.
Jada Allen weaves it around Palmer inside the paint on that SEC logo by 12 feet from the basket. Great pass underneath, and a basket plus a foul as Assumption is on the board.
Yeah, great job with Palmer breaking down the defense and shoveling the ball across to the weak side for a quick score. Very, very, very impressive.
Basket goes in as that free throw swirls in, and a quick 3-0 start for Assumption.
They're back to their full court pressure man. Not really looking to run and jump yet, just pushing the ball.
MK Bennett will handle it for the Broncos, shadowed by Palmer. That's a very nice matchup as Bennett uber quick for the Broncos.
Yeah,
and Bennett posting up Palmer. That shot is off, got her own rebound though, and has swiped away. And the game's first foul whistled on Assumption.
Excellent call by Coach Moberly to recognize a mismatch and get the ball down low, and just didn't finish the shot, but it was a good play. Assumption man-to-man on the inbound.
Yeah, Reagan Gregonis will inbound and finds Tamia Wade for the Broncos. Wade shadowed by Ava Moore up top. There's the entry. Jaylee Knowles quickly draws a double team. Gregonis in open left corner 3. It's in, and we're tied.
Excellent job of inside-outside basketball. Kicked the ball down low on the high-low, and then kicked it out for the good three-point shot.
Assumption's 3 is off the mark on the response from Ashlyn James, who deflects off the near baseline, and possession length of the floor to Frederick Douglass. Gregonis far sideline, in front of a few seated fans. Handoff, MK Bennett up top for the Broncos. Wade finds Peyton Okerley, now shadowed far sideline. MK Bennett. Bennett drives, initiates contact, and a travel will be called by the near side official, Adam Ryder.
Pretty good idea. Went baseline. Looked like a little step through to the basket, but I was blocked. I couldn't see feet or not feet moving.
Just over 2 minutes elapsed, and Assumption Frederick Douglass ties. The Rockets poised in front court. Strong drive by Ashlyn James. The shot deflected out, and it will stay with the Rockets.
Yeah, Chris, that's what makes James so tough. It's such a quick step. She can go left to right. She can get to the rim pretty much anytime she wants to get to the rim. That time the defense was very good without fouling.
Ava Moore, strong drive. Knowles got a hand on the shot, and it's fielded by Reagan Gregonis of Frederick Douglass. Here's Tamia Wade into forecourt, and she'll idle and try to find Okerley underneath. It's going to pinball out of bounds. Possession back to Assumption. So the turnover will enable Frederick Douglass to pick up full court. Now they'll back off just a tad as James patiently crawls into front court, traversing that big blue UK logo. There's the entry, wonderful entry. The shot is off the mark from Layla Powell. Backside rebound, Tamia Wade of Frederick Douglass. As Wade soaring in the lane. Now MK Bennett far left for the Broncos. She'll attack. And a hand check foul called on Assumption Saray Palmer.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Frederick Douglass, the way they get out and run. They attack and they make you stop them. And so far, Assumption's done a pretty good job of their transition defense. But they'll continue or need to continue throughout the day.
Gregonis to inbound underneath. The second early foul on Assumption, first on Saray Palmer. Okerley comes to meet the inbound pass. There's Knowles underneath, and the entry pass swiped away into the midst of Saray Palmer. Running the floor, Assumption, and that layup is off. They missed another bunny. That's Layla Powell, but got her own rebound. Powell attacking, and the shot is long, and Douglass with possession.
So far, Douglass has been pretty fortunate. 3 turnovers and fast breaks by the Rockets, but they just haven't been able to finish their shots.
Yeah, Powell has missed a couple from very tight confines. Tamia Wade off the mark on that left wing 3. And the rebound vacuumed in. Saray Palmer for Assumption. Up now, Ashlyn James. James offers a stutter step, evades the defender, but missed the shot. Follow up, and a Douglass foul as Layla Powell relentless in attack of the offensive rebound.
Well, up until that point, I thought Douglass was doing a really very nice job in transition defense of only giving up one shot and blocking out pretty well. But that's really the first time that this Rocket team has broke through and got a second or third shot.
Layla Powell for 62% free throw shooter, and she'll get the roll. Frederick Douglass will bring on Iana Atkins, the hero, if you will, of their 11th region championship win versus Dunbar. Young lady only averages 3 points, but hit a big 3 with under 2 seconds left in that game. And that shot is off the mark, and Assumption by 1, 4-3. MK Bennett pushes for the Broncos. A little bit out of sorts there. Errant shot and a foul in pursuit of the rebound. It's going to be on Bennett, and Frederick Douglass will pick up their third foul of this opening quarter.
Douglass needs to be very, very, very careful about ball hanging down there like they just did, because Assumption typically can get the outlet out quick, and they'll have numbers at the other end if Douglass isn't careful.
Assumption leading 4-3 as Bennett is replaced by Douglass reserve Nia Carr as Ashlyn James attacks for Assumption. Now Ava Moore at the foul line.
Excellent defense so far by the Douglass.
Strong drive, Jada Allen sealed off baseline, missed that shot. An over-the-top foul on Assumption's Kylie Moore going for that loose ball. Third team Assumption foul, and you're right, Mark, Assumption up against it a little bit. Douglass, a strong defensive start.
Yeah, Douglass is, as we talked earlier, Chris, they're quick, they're athletic, they play very hard, they're very organized, well coached. But to be honest, Assumption's missed some pretty easy shots that could have built a little distance.
Nia Carr's post-entry swiped away by Ava Moore for Assumption, and Assumption possessing the ball in half court. Near sideline in front of press row, it's Jada Allen. Be shadowed by Atkins, the sophomore. As Allen with a stride, lofts it off the glass and in, and Assumption leads 6-3.
Yeah, Assumption went to that 1-4 flat set and just attacked the basket. They liked the matchup that they had up top.
First field goal for Jada Allen. And Frederick Douglass trailing 6-3 with just over 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Iana Atkins near wing. Belled high pass back to Nia Carr. So DJ Moberly going very young in the backcourt with two sophomores. Carr from the elbow. Rainbow jumper is off. Gregonis flags down the backside rebound though. And the Broncos recycle back to the initiator, Atkins up top. Now Gregonis will handle. Left-hand player veers to the right. Atkins straddling the three-point line. Far sideline in front of the Assumption bench. There's Knowles. Has a stride on the Rocket defense and an Assumption reach in. That's their fourth foul of this opening quarter. Foul is on Ava Moore, and we'll have a media timeout. Nice, strong defensive start for both teams. Assumption on top of Douglas, 6-3. We'll have more coverage coming up live on Glycod.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Today's broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA is prohibited. And Assumption leading 6-3. What do you take from the first 6+ minutes of this game?
Well, one thing that you have to look at is with 2:25 left, Assumption's one foul away from getting Douglas into the bonus, the two-shot foul deal. That could be good or that could be bad. You know, Douglas only shoots 58% from the free throw line. So if they make those free throws, they take advantage of it. It's a great thing. If not, then it's a turnover. So we'll see.
Rockets 25-5, their first trip to the Sweet 16 since 2007. Frederick Douglass 25-7, their second straight trip to the Sweet 16, their third overall. So possession underneath the basket, and it will belong to the Broncos. Atkins tried to find Knowles up top, intercepted. And a strong drive by Ashlyn James, and the Rockets 2 more points in transition.
Yeah, so far turnovers hasn't hurt Douglas as bad as it could have. They've already had 5 turnovers, though, and that's going to kill them.
Knowles driving to the basket, comes up empty on that shot, and the Rockets under 2 minutes and a 5-point lead in the ball. James driving off the glass a little bit long, and back for the rebound is Douglas senior Miami King. And the Broncos needing a basket here. They're only points occurring on a Reagan Gregonis 3-point field goal.
That was in, the first minute or so, Chris?
Early going phases.
Yeah, this defensive Assumption does not disappoint. They really, really put the pressure on.
And Atkins facing suffocating defense from Ava Moore now. Knowles will come meet the pass. Top of the key.
Yeah, I look for Knowles trying to get to the basket a little bit. That's what they're setting up now, it looks like.
And Knowles pass far sideline intended for Gregonis, deflected out of bounds off of Assumption's Jada Allen.
Well, one thing the Broncos can't do is run their offense from dead middle of the court up on top, because the Rockets will take those passing lanes off, on and on and on and on and on, and get easy baskets.
Assumption's ball pressure has been very impressive to start this game.
Yeah. Same thing we've seen for the last, pretty much since I've watched them play lately.
There's Tamia Wade up top, going by Jada Allen. Now Wade applies the break in the corner. Up top, Nia Carr swirling inside the elbow. Atkins top of the key. Now Wade, far sideline, the Broncos' top three-point shooter, and she fumbled it in the lane and a turnover. Ava Moore out for Assumption. Ashlyn James driving, crossover off the window, and it's long. James got the rebound, though, and it's going to scoot out in the far corner, and we're going to have a held ball.
Well, Chris, after that timeout, I see a greater intensity from the Rockets. And, you know, they've really picked up their energy, I believe. Coach C must have had a little conversation because they're a different-looking team in those last couple minutes.
Possession off the arrow to Assumption. Reagan Gorganis checks in for Tamia Wade for Douglas Wade, an outstanding freshman, one of the state's top ninth graders, as Assumption will inbound. And Gorganis able to get a hand, or rather a foot, on that inbound. So dead ball back inbound one more time to the Rockets. Peyton Okerley checks in for Douglas, as Nia Carr will shuttle out. 48 seconds now in this opening quarter. Ashlyn James up top attacking as James swirling near corner. Jada Allen back underneath. Shot off the window from Layla Powell. Powell got her own rebound, though, and Assumption will reload it. There's James near sideline. James in the lane. Off the mark. Chased down Frederick Douglass, Miami King, up to Reagan Gorganis. And Gorganis now will pierce half court. Broncos under 15. Operating in the half court. Left-hand shovel pass to Iana Atkins, far corner for Douglas. Up top, Miami King at 5. Gorganis left corner at 2. Gorganis forces up the shot, and that's going to wrap up quarter number 1. Outstanding half-court defense by Assumption, and they lead Frederick Douglass after 1, 8-3. And you're listening to the Girls Sweet 16 on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
A special thank you to all of our great partners on our Glycod free-to-watch platform, including Central Equipment. Mark Evans, Chris Lamar back live at Rupp, and a strong defensive start for Assumption. What can Frederick Douglass do to generate more points?
I think they're going to isolate Knowles a little bit up on top. Right now she's giving the ball up quite often, and I think she needs to have the ball in her hands a little bit more. Right at the end on that last set, Chris, what they did do is they posted her up. And they didn't get her the ball, but they posted her up. I think that's a good move by Coach Moberly. Right now, really, honestly, the Broncos are dodging bullets. They're 1 of 8, and they have 6 turnovers. What's helping them is the Assumption Rockets are a little anxious and missing some layups.
Frederick Douglass trying to get some points. You talked about Jaylene Knowles, and she draws a lot of attention. I know a lot of respect from Coach C, Coach Kovach, trying to defend. What sorts of things do you expect them to do to try to deny Knowles a bit?
Well, I think main thing is the matchups. You know, the one thing about Assumption is they don't have very many bad defensive matchups. You know, if they really want to affect Knowles, but Kovach wants to be careful, Coach, that is. And then Ashlyn James has a good guard on her. Ava Moore is a good guard on her. Palmer. They can run multiple players at her, and it will really break her down.
Will be Frederick Douglass possession left to right to start this second quarter. Reagan Gorganis up top. Far sideline right through Tamia Wade's hands, and it's deflected out of off Saray Palmer. She actually undercut the far side official, and they both tumbled down, and it's out of bounds, Douglas.
Once again, Chris, that time, same thing by Coach Moberly. They're posting up 23. They're posting up Knowles. So far, though, they need some ball movement, and this pressure defense is bothering them. They need some side-to-side and ball reversals so they can get her the ball where she can score.
M.K. Bennett will pause top of the key. Now Knowles, outside shot. Reagan Gregonis got that one, and she's got all three, or rather all six of Douglas's points.
Yes, came by the same way, too. Knowles with the inside catch and then the kick out to the three-point shooter. Nice job.
Gregonis now 33 made threes on the year, 2 this afternoon.
A little bit of 2-3 zone. The Broncos have switched up, playing a little bit of 2-3, trying to take away the penetration of this Assumption team, mainly Ashlyn James.
Deflected out of bounds. It's Assumption's ball, and they'll put it back in play. Jada Allen now top of the key. Ashlyn James. Saray Palmer near sideline. Skip pass, far corner. Jada Allen. Allen with a seam baseline. Back up top, it's James. Now Allen in the corner.
They need to keep an eye on Palmer, though, because she can get hot from the outside as well as James.
Ashlyn James knocking a three up top. 11-6 as Assumption matches the Frederick Douglass three. Bennett finds Jaylene Knowles that cuts nice up and under move, and the shot well off the mark to the left. Strong defense, Layla Powell, and Assumption throws it away. Coming up the floor. Flag down, Reagan Gregonis. Tamia Wade, a left wing three. Yes! And the Broncos within 2.
Best time to knock them down is in transition. There was no hesitation there. Great play. Once again, back in the 2-3 zone. Trying to expose the shooting of this Assumption team, but they better watch out because James and Palmer can light them up.
Ashlyn James off the mark on that three, and Reagan Gregonis with the Bronco rebound, making her presence felt today for them. Just over 6 minutes in this opening half as the shot is off the mark, and we have a deflection out of bounds. Possession will be Assumption ball. .552 in the half, and Assumption possession.
Yeah, this 2-3 zone's good, but they need to shade Palmer. They need to shade James, that's for sure.
Jada Allen, nice entry pass and Assumption for 2 more. Layla Powell, 5'10 senior.
That was too easy, Chris. They gave her a left shoulder. It was simple turn and shoot.
Tamia Wade, high left for Frederick Douglass. 3 field goals, 9 points thus far for the Broncos. Gregonis, there's the entry, Jaylene Knowles. Spinning left, shot again, challenged and well off the mark. And Assumption clears it.
Made her go over.
James back to the trailer, Ava Moore.
Made her go over her right shoulder, which isn't as comfortable for her that time underneath. But that's the goal. They're posting her up.
Under 5 minutes now in the half. Assumption leading 13-9 with possession. Ashlyn James, and that pass deflected away. Palmer trying to feed the post. Too much length there. Oakley. Bennett runs the floor, and the Broncos within a basket and an Assumption 32nd timeout. M.K. Bennett, her first basket. And Assumption leading 13-11. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to the 2026 Girls Sweet 16 from Glycod.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
13-11 Assumption, 4:47 in the half, and Coach Kovach very quickly called timeout. What's got her attention?
I think the lack of transition defense and also the move that the Broncos have made as far as posting up Jalen Knowles. I think they're talking about how they're going to guard her down low. They're using her for a high pick and roll. They're also just posting her on the block, and I think they're moving her around, which is creating some problems for these Rockets.
Great crowd today on Friday. A lot of student representation on both sidelines. To the far right, the Assumption fans. To the far left, Frederick Douglass. And I think a drastic increase from what we saw from these fan bases on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I looked for that. I thought that might happen. Usually those early games, people could see matchups and decide if it's going to be a good game or not. I think people are expecting a really good game here today for this first one off the bat.
Taylor County will be in action later today. They are actually out of school. No school at all today in Taylor County. So one would expect a nice turnout today for all 8 teams.
Well, give them credit. I wish all these administrators would do that. It really help the state Sweet 16 on both ends.
Assumption ball in the half court. Nice diagonal look. Jada Allen flings a three off the mark, and Tamia Wade of Douglas clears the rebound. Bronco basket here would tie the game. They've never had the lead. As the ball cradled by M.K. Bennett up top. Bennett very quick as she beat Palmer to the spot. And now Bennett recycles top of the key. Nearing the 4-minute mark of this first half. Tamia Wade, far corner where she hit a three from earlier. Belled high pass swung back to the senior guard, M.K. Bennett. Now Reagan Gerganis will center it on that big UK Bold logo just inside a half court. Tamia Wade finds Miami King, the post player up top, far sideline, back to Bennett. Very deliberate for Douglas. Gerganis a three up top, well off to the left. Loose on the ground and deflected out. It's going to stay Douglas as that ball appeared to deflect off of Ashlyn James. So Douglas possession. Seen the Broncos many times this season. They've brought a very pesky effort today.
Their offensive patience has been pretty good overall. Knowles didn't stay out long, but Coach was able to give her about a 3 or 4 minute break by that.
M.K. Bennett shot well long. Great box out on the backside by Assumption's Layla Powell. Running the floor is Kylie Moore. Could not complete in transition, and Frederick Douglass with a rebound. It's out to Reagan Gerganis.
Yeah, great job with the Douglas group getting back. Transition defense is going to be key, and they outnumbered the Assumption Rockets back that time. It was 1-on-4.
And M.K. Bennett setting a screen up top, called for her second Frederick Douglass foul.
Yeah, that was really more on Wade. Chris, she didn't give the kid a chance to set the screen. She kept moving, and part of the art of screening is you got to wait for your screens, and that did not happen.
That'll go down in the books as the third foul, on Frederick Douglass' starting guard, M.K. Bennett. And Assumption with possession, nearing the 3-minute mark of this first half.
Staying in the 2-3 zone, they just better watch up on top with James.
Rocket ball near sideline. Palmer. James catches. Elbow jumper is pure.
Beautiful pull up.
And James back to get a hand on the long pass and could not hang on to it. It's going to stay Frederick Douglass as Coach Kovach will help up Ashlyn James. And we're going to have a media timeout. 15-11. Assumption over Frederick Douglass. It'll be Rockets basketball. Check that it'll be Broncos possession after this pause on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs.
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Rockets lead Frederick Douglass 15-11 with 2:41 in the first half. And you've talked about it, one of the keys Frederick Douglass has been getting back on defense.
Yeah, big key, because that's what the Rockets and Frederick Douglass is known for, is pushing the basketball. And so far it's pretty much evened up, other than Ashlyn James. She's a scorer that makes the difference.
Ashlyn with 7 points, leading all scores. Frederick Douglass being led thus far by Reagan Gorganis with 6. And for the Broncos, Jaylee Knowles averages 14, but yet to score thus far.
Yeah, well, like I said, they've had to move her around a little bit. She's gained a lot of attention by equally talented athletes and that are long. And so they started her on the perimeter, but now they moved her to the post. They're setting a high screen with her. She'll either pop, look to drive, or she'll just dive in and duck in and look for the ball inside. But, they collapse, those Rockets, and she's having a hard time getting her shots up.
The Bronco possession, they're going to enter the ball right in front of the Assumption bench. And it will be Bronco possession as Reagan Gorganis comes to meet the pass. Back to Iana Atkins and MK Bennett, again their starting point guard with 3 fouls. And Atkins, her pass is kicked. And it's out of bounds again to Douglass.
It's going to be interesting as they go on, though, Chris. You keep wondering if maybe the Broncos would pick up some pressure, or maybe the Rockets would try to pick up some full court or half. But I think they have so much respect for each other's speed that's kind of keeping them away from that.
An Assumption steal, stepping in the passing lane, Layla Powell, and the Rockets with the ball now in half court. Ava Moore flings a left wing 3, and it's in. Ava Moore, a big basket off of a Broncos turnover. 7-point Rocket lead. Largest of this first half. Atkins will hand to her companion, Tamia Wade. Pass to Knowles at the elbow. Knowles being challenged. That ball loose on the floor. And the held ball is going to give it back to Assumption. Peyton Okerley checks in, and Miami King out for Frederick Douglass. Okerley a starter. And you're starting to see that pendulum swing a little bit more towards Assumption's direction.
Well, honestly, the Broncos are fortunate. They've turned the ball over double digits here, and they're really still right in the ball game.
There's the pass to Kylie Moore at the elbow. James, 3 up top is long. Another Assumption offensive rebound. Back to Ashlyn James. Powers to the basket. And a player control foul on the Rockets senior.
That's what you got to do if you want to keep them from driving on you like that. You got to be willing to take charges. So give this Douglass team credit. Stepped right in there and took that charge. That's big. Here's the pressure we were talking about. Looks like they're thinking about a little 1-2-2, which I kind of expected might happen here. Trying to get a bigger lead going in the half.
Bronco possession. In half court now, Tamia Wade, a corner 3. That's off, and it's deflected out off of Assumption's Layla Powell, and her presence has really been felt on the backboard thus far for the Rockets.
Very, very active. She gets great position. She's got a good nose for the ball. Great play.
And Knowles scores her first field goal on the inbound. 18-13 Rockets, but back to Powell for a moment. 6 points, 5 rebounds here in this first half.
Always an impact on the boards for her. She gets a lot of second shots, and also
Ava Moore now in the corners. The Rockets in the half courts. We slide under a minute in this first half. James funnels it far sideline. Jada Allen back to James up top, hoisting a 3. Left that baby long, and Wade vacuums in the Broncos rebound with 48 seconds in this first half. The lead at 5. Tamia Wade probing. Back to Iana Atkins, left wing. Now Greganis up top for Douglas at about 30. Greganis veers right. Tamia Wade, left wing three. Well, long Knowles got the offensive rebound, put it up, and an Assumption foul as Knowles' shot rattles out.
I think Knowles, if Knowles is going to score well today, I think that's going to be a big piece of it. She's got to get in there and get some second shots. That was a great play by her. Went straight up and down. People might say she was over the back, but she went straight up and down and pulled that rebound down.
So Jaylee Knowles for two. Shooting right into the teeth of the Assumption students, and she'll drain the first. One of the key stats thus far for Knowles is 0. That means no fouls, and she has battled foul issues throughout. At some point the course of the year, the free throw is out, and the loose ball squirts right back to Knowles. And Douglas going to get the final possession of the half. There's Greganis. Under 10 is Greganis attacking. Deflected back to her at 4. Okerly, a long three left wing, and Assumption's defense is sturdy to close the first half. And they lead Frederick Douglass 18-14. Both teams doing some strong things defensively in this first half.
Yeah, without a doubt, Chris. And as we talked about before, neither team is great of an outside shooting team. If there's an edge, Assumption has a little bit, but not much. So points are hard to come by because they're having a hard time getting to the rim because of the way they stay in front of each other. Just a great job on both sides.
Two very quality teams battling through two quarters. Assumption leading Frederick Douglass 18-14. More coverage coming up from Rupp Arena right after this timeout. You're listening to the Girls Sweet 16 on Glycod.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man o' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man o' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington. Visit manowarhd.com.
A tight game at half. Assumption leads Frederick Douglass 18-14. Chris LeBar back live with Mark Evans. And just telling me off the air, you feel like maybe Assumption doesn't need to change a whole lot.
No, I don't think they need to change a whole lot of anything. I think early in the game, they didn't typically they turn their turnovers into points. They did not do that. Frederick Douglass did a nice job of getting back after they would miss shots or make turnovers. And, it's pretty amazing, actually. They're double digits in turnovers, and that's the Broncos. But still, they're only 4 points down against this Assumption team. So I don't think Assumption needs to do a whole lot different. I think Coach Moberly did a great job. I think, as soon as he found out that it wasn't going to be easy for Jalen Knowles to get anything from the perimeter, he moved her around. He moved her to the top for pick and rolls, pick and pops. He moved her to the post for blockouts and also second shot. So, it's been a good game. It's been a good game if you like defense.
If you like defense and the respect these two teams have for one another, it's evident in how well prepared each of them are.
I think both of them are extremely well prepared. When you have these type of games, it seems to be a situation where you might not try the things you normally try. So we'll see.
We'll chat with Douglas AD Jeremy Delaney. Also have a look at your halftime numbers on the other side of this pause. You're listening to the Girls Sweet 16 on Glycod.
Man o' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man o' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Jeremy Delaney, athletic director of Douglas High School, will join us at halftime. Jeremy, this is a very impressive first half for the Broncos.
Yeah, talking to Coach Moberly, we stayed after our game on the first round and watched Assumption, and he kind of worked through his game plan, and so we're right where we want to be. Obviously we'd like to be up 20 points or something, but we'll take this. This is a very, very good Assumption team.
Talk about Coach Moberly and what he's put together over the course of his time, because this is a very good Douglas team as well.
Yeah, Coach and I, we talk a lot. We're both former Bryan Station defenders, and so there's a connection there, and just really impressed with his energy. When I first hired him, because it was a challenging job, and this is the third Sweet 16 in 4 years that he's been to, and so he's really making us a top-notch program. And so very proud of him.
I think one of the keys is that the players each year get better and better. MK Bennett is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, MK, she got in a little bit of foul trouble here in the first half, but obviously she's had a tremendous year. She's had some just really standout games this year. And, just one of the things we try to do is to get the kids in there and develop and see what happens. And so far, so good.
It was a successful season for the boys basketball team as well. I know disappointing the way that it ended, but you have to be very pleased with Murray Garvin and what they did this year.
Yeah, I texted Coach a day or so before, and I just told him, I'm really proud of your character and the person that you are. He's a tremendous role model for our young men. The basketball stuff will take care of itself. We've got athletes at Frederick Douglass. We'll be fine. Obviously a tough loss. Such a challenging game against Madison Central, a very, very good Madison Central team. Came up a little bit short, but sports teaches us about life, and sometimes it doesn't always go the way that you expected it. But you get up, you persevere, and Frederick Douglass basketball is not going anywhere.
Let's talk about spring sports, especially baseball, softball. What are you looking forward to there?
Yeah, baseball, the 42nd district alone is incredibly tough. You've got some very good teams, top 15 state teams all within one district. Sometimes just getting out of the 42nd district into region is a tremendous challenge in itself. We've got some good arms. We've got some guys that have come back healthy from some injuries. Hopefully, Coach Johnson, Braden Johnson, our baseball coach, can get us to that next level. We've made a lot of facility upgrades, and he's really put in some work there. And so super excited about what he and the coaching staff and the baseball parents. Softball, we do have a new coach this year, Coach Toller. We brought back a lot of our softball girls from last year. I really think that they're going to have a tremendous year again this year and continue to make some strides in the 11th region. Again, there's some really good teams in the 11th region, and we just hope that we're one of them there at the end.
This Douglas program now, 7th year, right, that the school's been in existence, and it just seems like the
Year 9.
Year 9.
Year 9.
Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun,
yeah,
right?
You're right, 2017, so that is 9 years. It just seems like the respect is so much more prominent now for this program because you guys excel in every sport for the most part.
When we hire coaches, there's a lot of people that say this or that, but the reality is I'm telling you, Chris, I hire people that work hard, that have the right energy, and what happens is they see other sports. They see football in the weight room. They say, oh, man, I got to get in the weight room. They see coaches going 5-6 days a week. Obviously we can't go 7. They'd go 7 if they were allowed, but they don't. They go 6, and it's just an energy that surrounds our building, and it wears me out,
In a good way.
In a great way. It's a great problem to have. These nights are, the region tournament back to back, and of course you know how that's a lot, but how many ADs would love to have 2 teams competing for region titles and to be going into spring? Football always goes long, and then we're right here in basketball. There's coaches that coach 30 years and don't have a chance to coach in this building, and this is Coach Morgan. I tell him all the time, I was like, live in the moment, man. Don't look too far. Live in the moment. There's a ton of coaches that would love to be in this building 3 out of the last 4 years.
Great to catch up. Best of luck this second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chris. Always a pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jeremy Delaney, AD of Douglas High School. Second half coming up. We will have a look at your first half stats. Assumption leading Frederick Douglass 18-14. Back to Rupp after this.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Take a look at your first half numbers presented by German American Bank. They've served communities since 1910. Low scoring affair, both teams shooting in the high 20s from the floor. Rebounds prominent for Douglas, and turnovers prominent, Mark, for Assumption.
Yeah, that's what I have too, Chris. That's the first thing that stuck out in my mind. The other thing, too, is second chance points. Usually Assumption cleans up with second chance points, and right now Frederick Douglass is up 6-1 on second chance points, which is big in a transition game.
The Frederick Douglass possession to start this second half. Two teams winners of 50 combined games, 25 apiece. And Frederick Douglass right to left to start. There's M.K. Bennett handling again. She's got 3 fouls. That's very key in this game. Entry, Jaylee Knowles. Knowles with an angle. That shot comes up short from the right. Rebound dug out of there by Layla Powell of Assumption.
Yeah, they did a nice job of running a cross screen for Jaylen Knowles that time. She just didn't get a good angle, got a little too low and missed the shot.
There's an Assumption 3 that's off. Ashlyn James with a rebound. Now Jada Allen. Palmer a left wing 3. That won't go either. And the loose ball rebound deflects out of bounds. We have a foul as well. Foul on Frederick Douglass's Peyton Okerley.
Yeah, Chris, I'd like to see the Rockets spread the court a little bit better this time and reverse the basketball and create some gaps so they can get to the rim. I think that would help them get going a little bit.
Entry pass stolen away as Ava Moore tried to find Jada Allen underneath. Frederick Douglass with the thievery as M.K. Bennett creasing and crawling into front court. Tamia Wade up top. Wade with 3 points in the game on a made 3. She's the Broncos' top 3-point shooter.
We got James right now, Knowles. That's your matchup. That's your defensive matchup.
M.K. Bennett up top from Reagan Gregonis as Bennett finds Tamia Wade left wing. Now the handoff, Knowles. Up top, Okerley. Tamia Wade up top, bounce at the elbow, deflected away. Layla Powell out for Assumption. And Ava Moore returns it on a turnover as Okerley picked her from the backside. And back comes Frederick Douglass as Bennett with 6:15 in this third quarter. It's a tight one at Rupp. Bennett wearing those neon green shoes just beneath us on that Central Bank logo. 6 minutes now in the third as Bennett finds Gregonis. Gregonis floats it off the glass. DJ Moberly wants a foul call, none given, and Assumption with a rebound. Ashlyn James, crossover, lays it up and in for Assumption. James, the leading scorer for both teams with 9. MK Bennett has it deflected out of bounds. It will stay. Frederick Douglass. And James has just been a mismatch at times.
Yeah, you can't give her the open court. You know, that time the Douglas kids went to the boards and didn't get back, and she just straight to their layup, straight to the rim.
Jaylee Knowles will receive the inbound up top. Now back to MK Bennett. Number 11 in white for Frederick Douglass. Tamia Wade now puts it on the deck. Centers it to Okerly, high left in front of the Bronco bench. Now Tamia Wade, top of the key for the Broncos.
Yeah, this defense by the Rockets is really creating some problems.
MK Bennett with an angle, missed the shot, but Knowles got the rebound, missed it. Put back up and in for Jaylee Knowles.
Yeah, once again, I think Coach Moberly has it figured out. I mean, keep her around the basket so she can get second and third shots.
Ava Moore back at the other end for Assumption. Jaylee Knowles now 5 points and as many rebounds for the Broncos. And Saray Palmer attacking, has a crease in the lane. The errant shot off the mark. And a foul as Palmer tumbles to the deck.
Yeah, she was seeking a foul that time. She was pretty much bailed out by a late official's call.
DJ Moberly, 2 rows in front of us for the Broncos, has his hands extended vertically. And now one of the officials will come over and have a conversation with the Broncos head coach. Saray Palmer to our right for 2 Assumption free throws, the first of which is in. Palmer, her first point today after registering 18 versus Callaway County on Wednesday.
Yeah, just got to watch out for her. She's a very streaky shooter.
Second free throw off to the left, cradled by Jaylee Knowles of Douglas. Gregonis, Tamia Wade, a corner 3, short. Okerly attacking the Bronco rebound. Now Wade again, another 3, and it's in. And the Broncos going to call timeout after the Tamia Wade 3. Peyton Okerly, the big offensive rebound. And we'll keep things here in what is a 21-19 Assumption lead.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Their rebounding has has a great impact already in this ball game. You know, I wouldn't have bet coming in that the Douglas, like the Broncos, would be pushing the rebound totals like they are, but they are, and it's keeping them, you know, right here in this game. And if it stays close, anything can happen. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the Rockets.
Okerly not really relied upon for offense. It's defense, it's rebounding, and that was a huge offensive rebound there. And then Tamia Wade, the Broncos' top 3-point shooter, able to convert. Rockets have led throughout. Largest lead has been 7. They led by 4 at half. But Frederick Douglass not going away.
No, not at all. Like I said, I really like the adjustments that Coach has made.
Length of the floor out of the inbound will be Assumption. Possession, Douglas going to pick up at half court. And they're going to start with, it looks like a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they're back to the 2-3. They're going to take your chances. And
Assumption ball in the half court. And a turnover out of bounds. Kylie Moore tried to find Jada Allen in front of the bench and it just squirted out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit concerned in the eyes of the Rockets right now. There's no doubt about that.
Gregonis will inbound to Tamia Wade. Again, these two teams met December 9th. Douglas lost 67-35. Not the case this afternoon.
No, not at all.
Gregonis will hand off to MK Bennett. Under 4 minutes now in the third. Tamia Wade near wing. Okerly up top.
Really, the pace is being controlled by the Douglas.
Knowles swirling underneath, rejected by Kylie Moore. An Assumption with numbers the other way. It's 3-on-2. In the corner, Jada Allen. Now it's 5-on-5 as Palmer will orchestrate middle portion of the floor for Assumption. Far sideline.
Yeah, 35% three-point shooter. She loves those kickouts and those spot-ups. It looks like Assumption's going to pick the pace up. I kind of wondered about him. I thought they might be a little bit too conservative, but now they're back to their 1-2-2. They're going to try to get things going their way so they don't have to this half-court offense.
Dragonis to inbound to MK Bennett. And Bennett into front court, 3:20 in the third.
Handled well, got the ball to the middle.
Corner three, Tamia Wade. Yes, right in front of the Bronco bench. And Tamia Wade starting to smolder. She's made 4 big threes today.
Absolutely, what a freshman.
24-22. Assumption in the half court, leading by a field goal. Ashlyn James cut off, and she traveled.
Excellent job of collapsing.
Tried to attack from the elbow, and that's going to take us to immediate timeout. 2:53 remaining. Assumption by a basket, and you're listening to the girls' Sweet 16 on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
(24-22) Assumption. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The winner will advance to tomorrow morning's semifinal against either Notre Dame or Taylor County. Those two teams will meet right after we're finished. And a little tighter, I think, than Assumption would like them to be.
I think I saw it in their eyes just a bit, but I like the move by Coach Kowach, getting back into the 1-2-2 press, and they really need to be careful just falling back and relying on their defense. I know they get turnovers out of it, but what has happened is the pace has been controlled by the Broncos' patient offense.
Both these teams average score today. Assumption on the year at 66% offensively. Douglas at 59. But it's been defense today and some key plays certainly for both teams and a narrow margin for the Rockets.
Well, big threes by Wade definitely has made a difference.
Tamia Wade, I think I mentioned she made 4 threes. Let's correct that. She's made 3 today. So Wade, the leading scorer for Douglas with 9 points. And Ashlyn James also 9 points for Assumption. So Douglas possession, length of the floor. Out of the media timeout.
Once again, either a man press looking to run and jump or a 1-2-2 or 1-2-2.
Jaylee Knowles will retrieve the inbound pass, and then the versatility as she'll bring it across. Does so many things for this team. Knowles cut off, finds MK Bennett up top.
Yeah, better watch out for the quickness of Palmer. She back got that one. She gets it, she'll be at the other end.
And Palmer, a deflection out of bounds, challenging that pass. It's out of bounds. Douglas, far sideline.
Yeah, Palmer creates turnovers and finishes at the other end, and she's a real dangerous player right at this time. This game could go quick one way or the other.
And that pass by Bennett well to lengthy across the floor. Intercepted by James, but missed the layup. And the follow is Kylie Moore, and Moore will put it on the floor. Back to James, and James will restart the offense from the wing. Ava Moore inside the left corner. James, a 3 top of the key. It's short. And Bennett comes back from the guard position to dig out the Douglas rebound.
Great play by Bennett. I mean, she went up against 2 young ladies way taller than her, and she pulled that rebound down, but then gave it away.
Bennett back-to-back turnovers. Pirouetting far sideline as she'll tumble to the deck. Assumption possession. There's James catching. turnaround shot baseline, well long, rebound Douglas.
Yeah, a little bit of a sense of urgency from the Rockets right now. They've really picked up their energy and intensity, but they're not finishing shots, so it really doesn't make any difference.
1:43 in the third. Bennett trying to preserve possession here. She's turned it over on back-to-back Bronco trips. They have never had the lead in this game. There's the pass to Knowles, the foul line. And now Knowles surveying her options. It's wheeled to Bennett. Bennett Euro step, floats it up. It rattled out. And the rebound cradled by Assumption, and Gregonis got a hand on that ball, and it's out of bounds. Or is it? It's going to be a Douglas foul on Reagan Gregonis. DJ Moberly pacing up and down the near sideline. He's going to draw the evil eye from the near side official. Third Douglas foul this quarter. And it's Assumption hanging on to that 2-point lead.
2-3 zone, probably a sharp change. I think Ashlyn James is looking to try to take this game over. So switching to the zone by Coach Moberly is a sharp thing to do at this point in time, I would say. As long as you know where Palmer is and she doesn't knock down threes on you, or James.
Palmer near sideline, and Palmer will handle it in front of the bench for Assumption. James, skip pass in the corner. That's Ava Moore. Now James a three up top. That's off the mark, and a foul over the top on Assumption as Knowles boxing out beautifully. Layla Powell.
Yeah, once again, though, Chris, the rebounding of Frederick Douglass has been quite impressive.
Yeah, the Broncos +6 on the boards in the first half. And Frederick Douglass is going to bring on Adriana Brown here at the next whistle. With 35 seconds left in this third quarter. MK Bennett into forecourt for the Broncos.
Better be careful.
Palmer shadowing her at 25 seconds. Now Bennett, top of the key. Tamia Wade, a lengthy three up top. Everything but as it popped out. The ball loose underneath, and a foul called, and the foul is going to be on Douglas. Layla Powell getting to that 50-50 ball, and the Broncos committing their fourth foul. So here comes Brown, her first entry into the game, and Tamia Wade will check out, or will she? No, it's going to be Okerley that comes out with 15 seconds in this third quarter. Assumption ball, length of the floor against a vacant backcourt. And now into forecourt marches Palmer with 8 seconds. Now 5. There's the entry and shot. Kylie Moore missed it. Bennett with the rebound, and that's going to take us to the fourth. Assumption hanging on. They lead Frederick Douglass. It's been quite the fight. It's 24-22 in the fourth quarter next from Rupp on Glycod.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Welcome back. Rupp Arena at Central Bank Center. Girls Sweet 16 on Glycod. I'm Chris LeBar alongside Mark Evans. Steve Bird is our producer. We've got a great one, Assumption by 2.
Yeah, I don't think everybody in this place expected the game to go exactly this way, Chris, but you'll give tremendous amount of credit to the Broncos. They're doing a great job on the boards. That particular quarter, they did a much better job of taking care of the ball, with the exception of 2 back-to-back turnovers. I think this next quarter you're going to see Assumption really go all out, sell out on the defensive end, trying to get some easy baskets. So it's going to be really, really important for Frederick Douglass to continue what they're doing and to take care of the basketball. I think that's going to be the key to the game.
These are two very quality teams. Only 8 left. I would have to think these are two of the top half of the remaining field.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. I think these are probably two of the best 3 teams that's in this entire tournament at this time.
GRC, Simon Kenton. Heavyweights in the bottom half. It will be Assumption basketball to start this 4th quarter.
You look at that zone again. Once again, you got to shade Palmer. You got to know where Ashland James is because they can hit shots.
And the entry stolen away as Palmer tried to find Jada Allen underneath. Deflected away and stolen. And MK Bennett finds Tamia Wade for Frederick Douglass.
Just can't get casual with the basketball. Douglass has to really take care of it.
Okerley will swing it near sideline.
And they need to keep attacking, Chris. So many times these teams start playing too safe and they don't attack, and the aggressor is always the one that gets the breaks and the calls.
Okerley in the corner. Now MK Bennett, Tamia Wade for a corner 3, and the Broncos have their first lead.
Great patience and great recognition of the hot hand.
And Assumption throws it away. Jaylee Knowles with the steal, and Reagan Gregonis going to traipse up the mountaintop into front court. And Douglass with possession and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Assumption hadn't been down this road before. You know, I was so impressed with them the other day, how cool and calm and how they came out and played. A little different look right now. There's a little sense of, I wouldn't say desperation, but there's a sense of concern.
Douglass with possession. Tamia Wade, 4 big threes. The difference thus far for Douglass as MK Bennett will handle it up top. Now Jaylee Knowles finds Bennett top of the key. Wade swirls it underneath Jaylee Knowles. Knowles bulldozing baseline. That shot blocked, partially blocked. Layla Powell has been ginormous today for Assumption.
Yeah, Powell's got great hands and times everything extremely well. That was a great play, though, by Douglass, and just didn't get the ball to go in the basket. That would have put a lot of pressure on the Rockets.
Assumption ball in the half court. Palmer, far sideline, up to Ashland James. Pass at the elbow. It's retrieved by Layla Powell, and another turnover. Deflected out of bounds, and the zone is really causing some issues.
Yes, zone is giving them fits, and the offensive end of Douglass, by being so patient, is giving Assumption fits. They want to run and go, but we'll see how this press works.
MK Bennett working opposite Saray Palmer. Under 6 in the 4th. As Bennett swirls far sideline, Reagan Gregonis.
Yeah, once again, Douglass has to continue to attack. Got to keep the Rockets on their heels.
Tamia Wade will handle just inside half court on that big, bold UK logo. Wade veers baseline, and the ball coughs out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds to Assumption. And Assumption with possession. As the Broncos have come up empty on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, great takes, though. I mean, that's what you want to do. Take the ball to the basket, make the officials make a call. So far, it's just not winning the Broncos' way. It's been 2 block shots.
There's Saray Palmer, coughed it up out of bounds as she ran into a brick wall underneath called Jaylee Knowles, and it's out of bounds Douglass.
Well, it's getting exciting, Chris.
And Assumption picking up with full court pressure. Coach Kovach to our right, staring on, arms folded in that pink blazer with 5:11 remaining. Douglass by a point. It's been a great game, and we're going to have a Broncos timeout. So Frederick Douglass going to pause play. We'll step aside now. This message from Kentucky Army National Guard on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Frederick Douglass by a point, 25-24, 5:06 left, and we'll be back with more coverage in just a moment.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Welcome back to the girls' Sweet 16 on Glycod. Frederick Douglass possession out of their timeout. They lead 25-24. And whatever it was DJ Moberly wanted to instill on his team, he was very emphatic in that huddle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm sure it's take care of the basketball, keep going to the boards, and continue to look to score. That's going to be important. And like I said earlier, the matchup between Bennett and Palmer is going to be key too, I think. And then, of course, you always got Ashlyn James, and she can change a game in a heartbeat.
Douglas ball rifled in half court to M.K. Bennett. Palmer shadowing her as Mark illustrated. Up top, Tamia Wade, a three. Yes! Tamia Wade's made 5 threes today, and Douglas, their longest lead. Still 4:49 left. Ashlyn James attacks, floats that long. Douglas rebound. And Reagan Gorganis finds Tamia Wade, and M.K. Bennett exhaling as she patiently dribbles into front court.
Would have been a great time for Douglas to take a charge that time on James.
4:30 remaining. Bennett pausing. There's the pass, Jaylee Knowles. Great pass underneath, and Oakerly kissed it in.
Wow, impressive. Like a machine right now. Coach has got him playing. Coach Mobley's got him playing great.
Broncos have outscored Assumption by 10 in this half. 4 minutes left. Saray Palmer near wing.
Need to find Palmer, though. She can knock him down. You got to find James on the three-pointer. She can knock him down.
And a deflection. Tamia Wade getting a hand on that, and I believe a foul as Wade reached in and swiped at the ball from James.
Almost had another turnover. A lot of standing around by these Rockets right now. Kind of deer in the headlights look for this second.
3:55 remaining as Ashlyn James will inbound Assumption, yet to score a point in this fourth quarter. Saray Palmer near wing. Up top, Ava Moore. This 2-3 zone has been a game changer as Assumption has it deflected, stolen away. Tamia Wade scoops it up for the Broncos.
Fantastic job of collapsing in their 2-3 zone. Such a well-coached game.
There's M.K. Bennett with 3:30 remaining. Douglas leading 30-24.
Need to continue to look to score and attack.
Jaylee Knowles veering through contact, forced up the shot. Oakerly again, a rebound. Tamia Wade, a corner three. In and out, and Assumption dodging a bullet.
That would have been a big one.
And the Rockets dig out the rebound with 3 minutes left. Ashlyn James, a three up top. No. Put back up and in, though, for the Rockets.
Yeah, that.
And an Assumption timeout. Kylie Moore with a huge basket. Assumption's first field goal in this fourth quarter.
Well, I caught Peyton sleeping down on the weak side boards. That was a big rebound that should have been had, but you can't sleep. You got to get the body into somebody.
30-second timeout. We'd like to remind you to please subscribe to Glycod's growing free-to-watch high school athletics platform. You can track us down on YouTube as Glycott strives to provide the most positive representation for high school sports. And that Bronco 3 by Tamia Wade in and out, and Assumption able to dodge a bullet.
Dodged a big bullet, and that was a 5-point play right there.
With 3:01 remaining. And Douglas possession leading 30-26.
Got to continue attacking. Every player on the court for Douglas needs to want the basketball. That's going to be important too, because it's about time for Assumption to sell out with the pressure.
As Tamia Wade.
It's like a full court man-to-man face guard press.
Will inbound, and M.K. Bennett receives, and Bennett into forecourt.
Careful with Palmer.
Lobs it to Oakerly, and too lengthy, out of bounds. Length of the floor, it's Assumption possession.
Palmer does amazing things. And
timeout on the floor, it's immediate timeout. Assumption possession when you come back. 2:50 remaining. Douglas hanging on to a 4-point lead on Glycott.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Assumption basketball, 2:50 remaining, and what is a 4-point Douglas lead, and still ample time for Assumption to take care of this one.
Oh, wait a lot of time. I don't like the Palmer-Bennett matchup for Bennett. I really think that they need to get Knowles up there and get her involved in it. That clearing out in that one-on-one. Palmer's just too good at picking pockets. I didn't like that. I showed it to you a few minutes ago, and it showed you what happened with it. They need to move the ball, pass the ball, and not a lot of clear out one-on-ones.
Great atmosphere for the first of 4 quarterfinals today. The Assumption faithful to our far right, black and pink. They're going ballistic. And then you've got the Douglas contingent, about a 3-mile drive up Winchester Road, and they are equally as boisterous.
Excellent crowd this morning. You have people behind us, people in front of us, and then the end zones are full of people. So that makes high school basketball what it ought to be for these kids.
Great atmosphere at the girls' Sweet 16. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's going to take a couple more plays on the offensive end by the Douglas team to have a chance to win this ball game. I still believe that.
Assumption length of the floor. And Saray Palmer will inbound, and Douglas again packing into that 2-3 zone. They're going to Ashlyn James to crease into front court. Ava Moore, far sideline.
Let's see what they have worked out here after the break, after the timeout.
Saray Palmer finds Ashlyn James, right wing 3, off the mark, and crashed out of bounds. It's going to be Douglas ball as a pair of Rockets converged on the rebound, both Powell and Moore, and it's out to the Broncos.
Well, this is everything, Chris. Can this Douglas Hill, under this kind of pressure, handle full court pressure?
Kaylee Knowles will receive the pass far sideline, and it's poked out of bounds. Will stay, Douglas.
Yeah, we just talked about that, to use her. But they got to get the ball centered to the middle. They got to get off these sidelines. They're helping the Rockets right now.
Tamia Wade to trigger it in. She's been the difference thus far. 5 big 3-point field goals. It's loose on the floor. M.K. Bennett had it momentarily, and finally the officials blow it dead. And a held ball. It will be Douglas possession on the Euro.
Yeah, very fortunate. Should have called a timeout. Tried to kick that ball out under the basket. They're lucky that Assumption didn't pick it up, put it in, and press them again. It's nerve-wracking for the Douglas team.
Tamia Wade trying to bring it across the timeline, carving out space. Now weaves in the middle of the floor. There's Okerly underneath. Back to Bennett in the corner, and Bennett finds Reagan Greganis center portion.
Little panic looking right now about the Douglas team.
MK Bennett trying to chase. Now there's a double team. Greganis has it near sideline. Now Okerly and a turnover out of bounds Assumption.
Yeah. Got to attack. You got to attack. You can't play with the ball out front. This pressure's bothering them. They're just double teaming everything. Just running a free player off of another one and double teaming it all. So it's going to come down to, can Assumption make a shot?
So Ray Palmer will have it up top as we're near 2 minutes remaining. 30-26 Broncos. Ava Moore, far sideline, Ashlyn James. Moore in the corner, a huge possession looming for Assumption as James attacks. Palmer hoist a three, yes! Saray Palmer, a big three, and an Assumption timeout will step aside. Back in 30 seconds after this from Army National Guard on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Saray Palmer picked a big time for her first field goal, and it's a 1-point Douglas lead.
Yeah, I just couldn't let that happen. You know, you got a panicked Douglas team right now, and their offense went to their defense, and they forgot where they were at. They forgot where the players were. You have to have Palmer on wing. She'll always knock down three. She might not have all day today, but she's got that. She's got that knack to her. So now this game's flipped the switch. It might be 30-29 Douglas up, but it don't feel like that.
Well, Assumption, they're salivating in an inbound opportunity. It's going to be Douglas ball, length of the floor.
Yeah, I'd like to see them run a line across and run somebody deep. They need to find a way to get an easy layup. Right now this Assumption team's in man-to-man pressure off the ball. So, I mean, that can happen. Spread them out and see how they can act. Just run a four cross and a couple little deals and send somebody long on a look.
Reset the action here. The arrow in Assumption's favor. Frederick Douglass, 3 timeouts remaining. The Rockets with 2. And both teams well shy of the foul limit with 1:26 remaining.
Long time for Douglas. And they played a heck of a ball game. It's just been this last couple minutes of panic. You know, anytime they start running, jumping, you got to attack the basket if you're Douglas, and that has not happened.
Can the Broncos put away Assumption? That's the question to be begged as Frederick Douglass will inbound. It's senior Reagan Greganis underneath the opponent basket to inbound.
They got Knowles as a pressure release. They didn't run a line, though.
As Greganis inbounding. And finally, Knowles comes to meet the pass in backcourt at 120. Knowles going to bring it across. There's Tamia Wade in the corner.
Swing it back out.
There's Wade drawing a double team. Finds Okerly all alone at the elbow, and Okerly weaves back on top to Wade. And Wade tumbling to the deck. No whistle. It's Greganis there to meet that pass, and an Assumption foul with 1:05 remaining. An Assumption foul, a common foul.
Chris, they're overplaying everything. Look for Douglas to try to run a little backdoor set. They probably have a wide open layup, especially for Knowles, because nothing but overplay right here.
Foul is on Kylie Moore. And Douglas again will inbound with 1:05 remaining. MK Bennett defloated in play. Miami King is checked in. She'll meet the pass back to Bennett as Bennett has it stolen away by Palmer, floated in backcourt, and Douglas picks it up and then is fouled as Moore a little late to that loose ball.
Yeah, they got to stay out the corners. I mean, they're setting their own players up. Get the ball and send her to the middle of the court. That time they had an opportunity to get the ball to Knowles, and they looked past it. You don't want the ball in the corners.
Second foul on assumption, and Bennett lost it out of bounds, just dribbled that ball right off her shoe top, and it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, like I said, too much dribble. You gotta worry about Palmer. She's a difference maker, and so far she's made the difference here.
Assumption basketball at half court as Coach Kovac calmly looks on. And Assumption try to take the lead here with 56 seconds remaining. Ashlyn James into front court. James swirling to Palmer in the corner. Back to James. James veers in. Ava Moore, far corner. Now Moore, center portion of the floor, back to Palmer. And they'll weave it. Ashlyn James crossing over in the lane. And a blocking foul called on Douglas.
Boy, that was a big call.
Adam Ryder, the far side official, emphatically says Douglas foul. And a Rockets timeout. 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here. As Assumption will have possession. And it will be an inbound opportunity underneath the basket. With 35 seconds remaining. Douglas with that second foul, and you're right, that could have gone either way.
Yeah, I'd like to see the replay on that one, Chris. But we're quite the ways away, so. But that was a game changer right there. That could have completely tilted it the other way.
Well, you've been calling for Douglas to step in a couple times on charges, and they finally did right there.
They do, and that's how you slow James down. You got to get in front of her. And that's most of this Assumption team. But, once again, this is a tough inbound right here. It's going to be interesting how they play it.
Assumption to inbound underneath their own basket. 35.5 left. Trying to come back as Douglas trailed by 4 at half. And they flipped the script, but Assumption with a chance here as they'll inbound in the corner. Ashlyn James.
I'd go back to zone, but that's not what they're in right now.
Palmer, a right wing three. There you go! Back-to-back three, Saray Palmer with 22 seconds left, and Douglas into front court. Near wing, Tamia Wade, and a Bronco timeout with 17 seconds remaining. Saray Palmer, back-to-back Assumption threes, Coach.
Yeah. Like I said, she's a gamer, Chris, and when Douglas continued to try to clear and go one-on-one on her, I didn't have a good feeling about it. And her defense got her offense going.
And Palmer just stamping that foot on the floor after she made both three. She knew the importance of those shots, but now the key is stopping Douglas on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I would definitely try to get the ball in the hands of Knowles without a doubt. Now, we can't forget, though, Wade just hit some big shots today. So, a drive kick and a big shot could end this baby the other way for Douglas.
Tamia Wade, 15 points, leading scorer in the ballgame on 5 made threes. Broncos as a team have made 7. And they trail 32-30.
Well, there's no guarantee. First of all, they have to get the ball in bounds. And Assumption's really picked up the energy and picked up the defense. I don't think they'll just run and jump off of anybody this time, though. I think they're going to play straight up man and make sure they know where their shooter is, in particular Wade.
Been an outstanding matchup. Thank you so much for joining us live on Glycod. We'll have the first semifinal tomorrow as well. The winner of this will take on either Notre Dame or Taylor County. But right now, all attention's on the resolution of this. Douglas will have possession. And where are they going to inbound from? I didn't notice where Coach called timeout. That 3/4 or length?
I believe they're going to be right here. Well,
17 seconds left. Both teams still inside their huddles.
Yeah, I'm surprised the coaches hadn't asked because, with the new rules this year, based on where you are, they don't put you in the corners much anymore. They put you up midcourt and they put you away from the baseline a little bit.
So Douglas going to inbound on it appears their side of the floor.
It's going to be corner where I thought, yeah, it's going to be right here.
So Bronco ball adjacent to the right of their bench. Yeah. Still plenty of time, of course. Yeah. Assumption only 2 team fouls.
Yeah, but you can't take anything for granted getting the ball in. Assumption's great at shooting those gaps and getting those passing lanes. This ball game will end if they're not careful here.
Reagan Gregonis, the steady senior, to inbound for Frederick Douglass. As Gregonis rifles it into Peyton Okerle in half court, and Okerle puts it on the floor. Back to Gregonis, far sideline. Gregonis in the corner, Knowles, as Jaylene Knowles drives in. Beautiful a wonderful move. Missed the shot. It's poked out of bounds. And what direction? It's going to stay Frederick Douglass with 4 seconds remaining. And the Broncos call timeout. 30-second timeout. The underneath official, he had no idea. He wanted help, and the closest official said it was knocked off of Assumption.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was actually off of Douglas, but you know, they've had enough breaks go against them today. Here's a big play right here, though, Chris. We got to keep remembering Wade. It would be a great thing to put her in a fade area on the opposite side and find her for an open 3.
Well, it's just like DJ Moberly to go for the win here. The way that he's led this program, his attitude, you got to love it.
Yeah, I really like both these coaches, the way they coach, the way they're positive with their players, and the way their players respond to them. It's always a joy to watch.
So Douglas ball underneath their own basket, 3.7 seconds left, Assumption by 2. But again, to your point, Tamia Wade has been the X factor for the Broncos with 5 made threes. Reagan Gregonis will inbound. They're actually going to put her in the far corner. And here we go as Gregonis will inbound, and the whistle blows on the near side, and Douglas calls their last timeout.
I thought they were moving those corners in. I didn't know that was in a corner. Must have went out. That's what it was. It went out of bounds directly in the corner.
So the Broncos call their last timeout.
That's a real tough spot. Tough spot to inbound out of that. You really can't go cross court because you got a basket in your way. Look for them to run 2 through. The second one through gets the 3.
And in the Assumption huddle, it appeared that Ava Moore had a question for Coach C, Coach Kobach. They're more or less having a one-on-one conversation inside that huddle. What's Assumption's plan here defensively, Mark?
Well, I wouldn't make sure I covered up Wade. I cover up the inside. I'd force an outside shot. But I would take away their best 3-point shooter.
So you would take Wade out of the equation, and then Gregonis is the second best 3-point shooter, and she's the inbounder.
Yeah, so she's out of the play anyway. She has no room in that corner to step back in like you see often and take that jump shot. That won't happen, so they've already eliminated one of the 3-point options. And if I'd play almost a 1-1-3 chase here if I were Assumption, forcing everything to the outside, with the exception of Wade making the catch.
So Gregonis again to inbound in the identical spot. Douglas is out of timeouts. They're going to get one more crack here.
Well, look at 4. 4 might make the curl the second one through. We'll see.
Gregonis
try to get the 3.
Yes. Inbound at the asking from the official. We're technically still inside a media timeout. And this is going to be the final play, perhaps, of this game.
Well, look for the down screen and look for 4 on top. Look for Wade getting the ball up at the top of the court.
And here we go. Gregonis now will be handed the ball from the official. And now the near official.
Our official's a little anxious to get this one going, I do believe.
PA music finally stopped here, guys. And here we go now as Gregonis will inbound for Douglas.
There it is.
And Gregonis still yet to field it in play. Wade, a 3 right wing.
Block.
It's short. It's blocked, and Assumption is going to hang on. Assumption by 2 as they embrace one another at half court. We could not see who got the block on the closeout, but Wade's shot was challenged.
Yeah, it was challenged. Great play, though, by Coach Moberly. That's what I expected him to do, run the second one through. She did a nice job of getting a look. But that length of Assumption just was too much.
Wonderful, wonderful effort today by Douglas. And Assumption just found enough plays to win Palmer those two huge threes.
Yeah. Palmer was the MVP today. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but she changed the game. As I watched the game through and throughout, as fatigue sets in on this big court, you just have to be so careful with her trying to clear out and beat her on a one-on-one situation. It never turns out well, and it did today for Douglas.
Rockets found a way. They defeat Douglas, a game Douglas team 32-30. Our post-game report presented by Cartown Kia. On the other side of this timeout, you're listening to the girls' Sweet 16 on Glycol.
Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs.
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man of War Harley Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Assumption on an 8-point run over the last 4 minutes, and they eke out a 32-30 win over Frederick Douglass. It all came down to that last possession mark. And what did you see offensively there for Douglass to try to get that game-winning shot off?
Well, I thought they did a great job of running second player through, and it being Wade to at least have a shot to win the ball game. That corner's a tough, terrible place to be when you're under those circumstances, because it basically cuts off the whole opposite side of the court, so you have to bring everything to the same side. The defense does not have to move. You can't run any kind of a fade. You're just kind of stuck. He did the best he could. She got a shot, but it looked to me as if Link got him and got a touch on the ball.
Yeah, we didn't see or couldn't see who got the hand on that shot, but the length of Assumption, and they made the big plays, and Saray Palmer, those two big three-point shots.
Yeah, it was more than three-point shots. Started well before that when once again, that matchup one-on-one, trying to beat her down the court each and every time. It's just really dangerous, and it wears on people. And then as the game was near the end, those last few minutes, it was very frantic for the Douglas team, and they played a great game. I mean, you have to give them a lot of credit, but Assumption found a way to win, and they've not been in that moment before, so give them a lot of credit also.
So Frederick Douglass, their season will end today at 25-8. Assumption improves to 26-5, and they will play on the day's final day, rather on the season's final day tomorrow. They'll take on either Taylor County or Notre Dame tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the first semifinal. Should they win there, they'll play for the championship tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Our final stats are next. Also, our most outstanding player for now, Assumption, a 32-30 win over Douglas on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Today's final numbers presented by Bluegrass Community Technical College. It's college for your world. Even game, even shooting at 30%. Three-point shooting tilted to the Broncos. They made 7 of 15 from the floor. But Douglas out-rebounding Assumption, a 30-23. And then turnovers, we knew that was going to be a big part of Assumption's comeback.
And that was. I mean, actually, I thought the Broncos dodged a lot of bullets in that first half because usually Assumption turns turnovers into points, and they did not. But when it counted the most, Chris, and Palmer was involved, those last 3-4 turnovers were crucial, and it really, really hurt Douglas at that point in time.
Leading scorers in this game for Assumption, it was Ashlyn James with 9 points, and Tamia Wade, Frederick Douglass for 15 points, as Wade connecting on 5 of 12 three-point shooting. Today's most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They are locally owned, and they can be the right decision for any of your home improvement needs. We'll start with Douglas, Mark.
Yeah, for Frederick Douglass, I mean, for this freshman to come on such a big stage and play as well as she did. Number 4, Tamia Wade, she just was cold-blooded. I mean, she knocked down big shots after big shots, and actually Coach ran a play for her in that last opportunity, and somebody got a hand on it, but she was dialed in for another 3 that would have won the ball game. But you know, she to me was Douglas's, the Broncos player of the game.
And for Assumption, certainly has to be Palmer.
Yeah. She completely changed it. She changed the whole climate of the ball game. I really feel like Douglas controlled the tempo this entire game. Their 2-3 zone worked great. Their patient offense worked great. Assumption didn't get the kind of baskets Assumption usually got, but it was Palmer when it counted at the end with her defense, turned it into her offense to seal the deal for the Rockets and allow them to move on.
Ashlyn James could not connect on a lot of three-point shots, but then you had Jada Allen, Layla Powell making some big plays as well.
Yes, they did. Couple big corner threes by Ava Moore helped early in the game. But give credit to both teams for the Rockets making the great comeback and for the Broncos having the opportunity to win today.
Coming up tomorrow, coverage starts at 10:30 a.m. Assumption will take on Notre Dame or Taylor County. And Taylor County and Notre Dame, they will tip here at 1:30 Eastern. So that'll do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us this morning and afternoon on Glycon. Assumption moves on with a close one over a gallant Frederick Douglass team, 32-30. For executive producer Steve Bird and analyst Mark Evans, I'm Chris LeBar saying so long from Lexington. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10:30 for the Girls Sweet 16 on Glycon.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling. From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.